Hello, welcome back to the Wrestling Newsroom. I'm your host, All Things Wrestling, and today we're going to be looking at all the WWE and TNA news of the last 3 days. We start on Monday, where WWE announced that Ravishing Rick Rude will be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame by one of his greatest rivals, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. The news was broken by Bleacher Report in an exclusive interview with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Now the Dragon will have a chance to reflect on the impact Ravishing Rick Rude had on sports entertainment as he inducts his late rival into the WWE Hall of Fame as part of the class of 2017. What will Steamboat have to say? Tune into the WWE Hall of Fame induction ceremony live Friday, March 21st, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, exclusively on the WWE Network. Sorry, I sound like an advert then. This just happens to be what my notes say. Yeah. Congratulations, Rick Rude. It is a shame the honour did not come while you were still alive. May you rest in peace, and congratulations to your family to be honouring your legacy in WWE. Then we move on to a story. Spike TV executive Scott Fisherman met with Jeff Jarrett backstage at Impact Wrestling taping over the weekend. There was a report on ProWrestlingSheet.com that Fisherman and Jarrett have discussed terms of Impact Wrestling possibly returning to Spike TV in the USA. As previously noted, the deal was recently made for Impact to return to the UK version of Spike. With that being said, Spike TV rep David Schwartz is denying that there was any talks to have Impact Wrestling return to Spike in the US. Here's what he said. Spike TV officials confirmed that Scott Fisherman was there for personal reasons and is not there to negotiate any deals. Yeah, I believe that. Anyway, we'll have to see where that goes. I'll keep you updated. We're now in an update about the Hardys signing with Ring of Honor. Dave Meltzer noted that it is unknown how long the contract is actually for. According to Brian, I don't know, the other guy from the Wrestling Observer newsletter, he heard from a few people the length of the contract was short, and Meltzer said that it could be the case, but more should be known in the next few days. What makes this situation interesting is that Matt Hardy has continued to reference Gallows and Anderson despite signing a contract with Ring of Honor. He put on Twitter, Brother Nero and I have already deleted the title reign of the club's Bucks of Young. We see your gold, oh Gallows and Carl Anderson. Which is a strange reference to be making to a company that you are not yet a part of. Who knows where we're going to go with this, but I will keep you updated. It's very interesting times in the wrestling world. And now, regarding his decisive loss to the Big Show at Fastlane, there is some speculation that there is heat on Rusev, perhaps due to cutting his hair. Are you joking? Please tell me that's actually taking the piss. You cannot have heat backstage for cutting your goddamn hair. There's also rumours about Rusev taking some time off after he sent out the following tweet. In Bulgaria, they say rest makes the champion. It's time to take time off working out, 30 days and counting. Well, I'd like to see if he does take some time off, but that 30 days will make him over WrestleMania. Interesting. And then during his latest podcast, Shaq gave an update on the status of his proposed match with the Big Show at WrestleMania 33. He said, I've talked to somebody high up in the organisation. They said we're back talking again. I just want the people to know it had nothing to do with me despite what you hear. Please let that happen. Please. I don't know why. Maybe just do it. And now on the 1st of March, Matt Hardy applied to trademark Broken Matt Hardy, officially lay the claim as ownership to the character. According to the United States Patent and Trademark Office, the wrestler filed for trademark last week on Broken Matt Hardy for entertainment services, namely wrestling exhibits and performances by a professional wrestler and entertainer. Impact Wrestling sources, however, tell us that that's not the case. They claim the current deal specifically states that their company owns all Impact creations. If that's the case, Impact legal team still have time to oppose. You are a bunch of pricks, Impact. Seriously. Now, very decent story here. Chris Jericho has a brand new fundraising campaign for type 1 diabetes research. He is selling You're a Stupid Idiot t-shirts until March 19th. You can find it by following the link in the description below. Please buy one and support type 1 diabetes. It's a very honourable thing Chris Jericho is doing. Thank you very much, man. And he is now face, so he's allowed to sell merchandise, thank God. And then Shelton Benjamin, who's had her surgery this past September to return a rotary cuff, posted the following update on his recovery. My doc said bench 300 pounds by April and you'll have a hope being released to perform. I said, is that all? Motivation and the Doctor. So yeah, it could be coming back soon. Maybe in time for WrestleMania. That would be very interesting. Oh, and AJ Styles recently participated in a conference call, and here's a few highlights courtesy of sportskeeper.com. Do you think we need more shock and surprise in WWE? Absolutely. WWE right now is like, there are so many things on the internet that shouldn't be. That really bothers me. That hurts surprising. It hurts a lot of things. Hopefully that will be taken care of so that we can give you the surprise that everybody wants. We've got to tell a story out here, and you know the best movies are the ones you didn't see come in. We're doing the same thing, and when things are leaked, it bothers me, but we definitely try to give you guys surprises, but it's hard. Then again, Shane McMahon was kept under wraps, so let's hope a lot more stuff can come to wraps. Sorry, I spoil most of the stuff. What do you think of Kurt Angle wanting to face you? I'd love to get in the ring with Kurt Angle again. Whether or not it will ever happen, who knows? I'm very excited he's in the WWE Hall of Fame. I know how much it means to him. It's a big deal. Even when we were in different company, he was still talks about WWE, and you know it's a big deal to Kurt, and I'm very happy for him. As far as other performers, I'd love to have gotten in the ring with a bunch of them, but you know that's not going to happen. I would certainly have been able to learn from some of them. There are tons of them, too many to name. For me, it's not just the fact of getting in the ring with them, it's about learning from them. And how do you feel about John Cena after facing him in WWE? Regardless of what anyone thinks about John Cena, I respect him. They can boo him or they can say he sucks. The guy's one of the hardest workers in WWE. He's been here on top for a long time, and there's no way he can do that without being one of the toughest, one of the best, and one of the most experienced guys in the business. John Cena has earned my respect, and that's why we've had incredible matches. AJ Styles is an honourably decent guy. I just found these comments really interesting. These were out of kayfabe as well, so that was really cool. Oh, and then we've had an update about the Japanese wrestler who got injured. We know Honma took a draped DDT from Jado in a 6-man tag held in some place in Japan. Most likely the finish match would have involved his side winning, but after taking the move, he lay prone on the mat and couldn't move. Jado pinned him and a medical assistant was provided and carried him out almost motionless on a stretcher. He was fully conscious and talking at the time. Honma, according to sources at New Japan, is regained movement of his arms and legs but is still very weak and is yet unable to sit up. Japanese media reports the state the injury was to the C3 and C4 vertebrae in his neck, and that he's been moved out of the emergency room. He has said that he is getting better and vowed that someday he will return to the ring. Well, it's nice to know that he's not paralysed. I feel good to give you that update about that. And then we've got a sad story. Former WWF and NWA wrestler Outlaw Ron Bass, real name Ronald Hurd, has passed away. Bass is perhaps best remembered for his feud with Brutus Beefcake in late 1998. Bass had been hospitalised after suffering a burst appendix, which time he was unaware had happened. The story we are hearing is that Bass, not realising what happened, waited a week before seeking medical attention, and the delay ended up being fatal. He was 68 years old at the time of his passing. Bass was also one of the names in the class action lawsuit against WWE in the summer of 2016 for wrongdoing in regards of concussion and brain injuries. WWE did issue the following statement on Tuesday night regarding the death of him. WWE saddened to learn that Ron Hurd, known to sports entertainment and outlawed Ron Bass, has passed away at the age of 68. Debuting in 1975, the Tough Texan performed in several NWA territories, including Jim Crockett Productions and Florida Championship Wrestling. In 1987, the Bass rose to national fame in WWE with his ruthless attitude and dreaded bullwhip. Bass battled classic fan favourites as Junkyard Dog, Rufus Bob Beefcake, and even claimed a pinfall victory over a young Shawn Michaels in the 1988 King of the Ring tournament. Following his retirement from the ring in 1991, Bass earned a bachelor's degree from Arkansas State University and became a successful construction equipment salesman. WWE extends its condolences to her family, friends and fans. Well, it was nice for them to mention. Maybe next week's show will be in honour of him. It is sad to hear that another WWE legend has passed away. He's not a Hall of Famer. Maybe he will be next year. It is very sad to hear. I do want to give my deepest condolences to his family and friends in this very tough time. May you rest in peace, Ronald Hurd. Alright, let's move on. Hardy was asked about Impact Wrestling crowning a new tag team champions, and he responded with the following: "Maybe some children's replicas. We are in possession of the TNA tag titles and have never been beaten for them. You'll learn their fate soon." That's very interesting, actually. Do they actually have possession of the proper tag team belts? If they do, that's very interesting. Oh, and now several people have sent word that WWE edited out the Roman sucks chants from the YouTube version of Roman Reigns' confrontation with The Undertaker. Look over there! It's WWE back with edits! Edit conspiracy! Seriously, WWE, just let it go unedited, you bunch of twats. Seriously, we don't like Roman. Can you just not let that get over, please? And after losing to Randy Orton on SmackDown Live, AJ Styles and Shane McMahon had a backstage confrontation to set up their rumoured match at WrestleMania 33. Footage was shown on Talking Smack, which I'll leave a link to for the Twitter thing. You've got to see Jamie Noble, P.S. Hayes, and Road Dogg in there, which was very surprising, and then a couple of referees. The confrontation looked very heated, and it's a great way to set the rivalry up. I thought he did a very, very good job. But now, we're at the end of Newsroom. It's been a pretty good Newsroom. I have enjoyed this episode. Shame we had to have a death in it, but what are you going to do? They're all having death in them. At least this guy wasn't an arsehole like the last couple of deaths I've had to report were from horrible people. So at least it was an honourable, decent person. But anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this episode of Newsroom. Please give it a like if you have. Subscribe to see more content, and I'll catch you later.